Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. This is Ralph Michaels talking the NFL with Preston the Sports Cheetah and Marco D'Angelo. This video brought to you by Manic Monday. We give you a reason to love Mondays. Every package, every daily package on Wager Talk, every Monday, $9. Baseball, Monday Night Football, soon to be coming basketball. The best deal in sports, Manic Monday. Don't miss out. Preston, we're going to go to you first. Marco, we're going to go to you first. And we're talking the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. It's week 3, and Pittsburgh has seen the mighty quarterback trio of Deshaun Kaiser, Kevin Hogan, and Case Keenum. Mike Glennon is the best quarterback they've seen in 3 games. What do you make of this?
I don't know that we've ever said a sentence that had Mike Glennon as the best quarterback in it.
First one of all time.
Yeah. But you're right, it is. And you look at last week's game, and both games were kind of misleading if you look at just the scores. And I know this is going to be Preston's best bet, but start with Chicago last week. They got, score-wise, they got blown out 29-7. If you look at the yardage in that game, it was an even ball game, but 4 turnovers by the Bears offense. And Mike Glennon, he's hearing the shouts. Everybody wants Trubisky, and he's hearing the footsteps. It's going to happen. It's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. And that can't help his confidence knowing that they're going to go to the rookie sooner than later. On the Pittsburgh side last week, they finally put some points up. They put up 26 points, but Preston, 2 of the touchdown drives were the result of big pass interference penalties. The Steelers were stretching the ball. They were throwing the deep ball last week, and the guys were blown by the receivers, and they just were grabbing them, and they set up the easy scores for Pittsburgh. I still have not sold on the Pittsburgh Steelers offense getting into what it's normally doing.
And especially the run game. I think Bell had another 27-carry game for only 80 yards. You look up yards per rush this year. It's early, but dead last in the league. Pittsburgh, 2.8 yards per rush. The Bears are actually 9th. And you talked about, my best bet is Bears plus 7.5. I'm not sure if it might take Pittsburgh more time. I'm not sure what the issue is. They haven't really played like elite defenses either. So I'm curious to see, I guess, where they go offensively, because they're a team that needs to figure it out, because they're obviously talented enough to make a push at the Super Bowl. You're playing a Chicago team. You run through that game a little bit more that you were talking about. It was incredible. They were down 3-0. Tampa got the ball first, had a field goal. Chicago was marching it down. They were at a 1st and 10 on the 22, just about in the red zone. Glennon threw an interception. Tampa Bay got a couple first downs to midfield, and Chicago actually stopped them. This is late in the first quarter now, but the punt goes to the 10-yard line, and Cohen, the rookie for the Bears, is returning it, fumbles it. Tampa Bay scores. The next drive, sack fumble after Chicago moved it into Tampa Bay territory again. Tampa Bay scores. So now it's 17-0. I actually think it was 16-0. They missed a PAT. Chicago's getting the ball again, about midfield, almost in Tampa Bay territory. Pick 6 for Glennon. It was 23-0, and they ended up 4 turnovers in the first half. And I actually think it ended up being 29-0, and then they scored 7 towards the end of the game. They also had 2 4th down turnovers where they didn't convert on 4th down. They're a lot better. In the second half, I actually almost doubled down and bet them plus 3 in the second half down. I think it was 26-0, which I would have ended up covering, and they won outright 7-3. That was just such a fluky first half. And then you have a Pitt team who had the benefit of playing the backup quarterback in a score that, I was sweating. We laid 5 early in the week before the quarterback news with Bradford. And it was only 11, where if Minnesota scored, it was going to come down to a 2-point conversion on a push or a loss. And Minnesota had a couple chances to cover the game anyways. So I just don't buy into the Steelers. They just need more time. I know Bell was out. He didn't play any of the preseason games or anything, less reps in practice. It's going to take him time, and I think the Bears are still undervalued. My actual number 6. So getting a 7.5 or a 7 at plus 105, plus 110, I've seen out there too. I think those are both really good bets.
Bears finished last year covering the last 5 as a home dog. They opened up this year covering as a home dog against Atlanta. Preston's best bet on the Chicago Bears, covering for a 7th straight time as a home dog. Remember, we give you a reason to get up Monday morning. Manic Monday, every Monday daily package, $9, wagertalk.com.